Hello, thanks so much for stopping by. I'm Lois Johnson. I am that self proclaimed 31-year-old encouragement speaker. Just happen to be trapped inside the 51-year-old body of an employment recruiter. And today is a very special day to me, and I'm super pumped and I'm excited that you've taken out the time from your busy schedules just to listen in to hear what I have to say. This is my official speaking debut on YouTube. So I'm going to deliver what I believe to be a very powerful message, and it's a poetic message. I believe that if I am negligent in my attempt to encourage you, at the very least, I will entertain you. So hang out. And let me go on record as saying I tend to like to encourage surrounding topics like accountability and responsibility, as well as self-sufficiency and transmuting adversities into opportunities. I like encouraging those individuals who are under those, or I should say, in those populations that are referred to as the underserved communities. So here we go. I believe that Ferguson, national protest, and talks of racial inequality actually gifted us all who live for learning through the internet's technology. And later, I'll invite and welcome your comments and or suggestions. But for now, I have to ask us all a very serious question. Does Black life matter to us when we hate on, steal from, and murder each other? Does it matter when we lack harmony between husbands, wives, brothers, sisters, fathers, and mothers? There might be those to say that I lack apparent sympathy or empathy or show some insensitivity to those whose loved ones who lost lives so senselessly. It isn't that, you see. It's just that we're derelict in our responsibilities each time we neglect to accept any accountability for our own immorality. So you can miss me with all of those empty claims, you see, because you barely even know my name. There isn't any risk of any lost fortune or any lost fame. I have nothing to lose and everything to gain by exposing each of us who really and truly share in the blame. It's not national celebrity, but the profit by adversity philosophy that compels me to reveal the truth in its totality, irrespective of how ugly, nasty, or even embarrassing. And for that, I'll make absolutely no apologies. Despite the fact that some of you may call me a sellout, a traitor, or perhaps even crazy, we simply can no longer afford the luxury of being in denial, delusional, slothful, or lazy. In addition to wish, faith, hope, and prayers to the heavens above, we've needed for a very long time a mirror of this particular type of tough love. Here's a real double entendre. Black life matters. Let me be clear, all of my fellow sisters and brothers. You must know that your creation is a marvelous wonder. Your purpose in this life you should now ponder. Here's some Black life issues and very serious Black life matters. These are real, not just some unconstructive noise or unproductive chatter. So hear me well, as the truth is what I'm prepared to speak. And I'd like for you to remember this. Whatever it is you shall sow, you shall also reap. Are we the first to offer up any forms of volunteer service, compassion, generosity, or charity? Or are we simply concerned with individual pursuits of, and oftentimes, pseudo-prosperity? Are we at the top of the list of handouts, hookups, and lacks of unity? If so, could any of those be causes of much complacency and mediocrity? Could any of that be why we display so much self-loathing, apathy, and animosity? Perhaps respect is something neither you nor I can earnestly demand. Perhaps a lack of respect is what our lacks of character and behaviors honestly command. Perhaps we should consider each of our proactive actions rather than anyone's protest as a response or a desperate reaction. Perhaps when we each and all exercise our well-earned rights to vote, we'll then impact law and legislation rather than expect some magic hope. Perhaps we should expect no white man and nor any other to respect us until we respect ourselves and each other. Now, if you're asking the question, whatever could I mean? I mean, respect will never come from our causing a scene. Respect will not result from well-known Black colloquialisms, violence, or even vandalism. Respect will result from our next generation's honorable actions, visions, and decisions. It will result from our reversing our own lacks of pride, values, and self-provision. I mean, let's face it, no white man or any other prevents you from cutting your grass. And no white man or any other makes you so proud to proclaim that you will whip your children's ass. This next point simply had to be made, even if it didn't rhyme. No white man or any other makes you always late and so disrespectful of time. No white man or any other divert your attention from your child's education. Ain't no white man or any other is why you have no parent-teacher relations or PTO participation. Does it prepare our kids for high achievement when we neglect and fail to teach? Is it any white man preventing us from being examples or even practicing what we preach? How can we expect our children to believe that they're destined for unlimited greatness when from their entry onto this planet we curse them and we beat them and we exhibit so much hatred? Check cashing, furniture rental, rent-a-ram, and pawn shops due to bad credit all through our hoods. Nor a lack of teaching values, principles, and character to our kids does any one of us any good. Perhaps adding offspring to society deliberately, constructively, and for some forms of productivity, rather than as a mere result of pregnancy resulting from unprotected sexual activity, will command the long-awaited respect we constantly seek from others. And more importantly, command respect of ourselves, my beloved sisters and brothers. We find both delight and entertainment in toxic TV and music displaying our ignorance. Then we sit and we wonder why we find ourselves on the end of so much intolerance. Lacking in self-preservation or jealousy and self-deprivation prevents us from embracing collective prosperity. Instead, we cling to and support those activities, producing both poverty and its first cousin, mediocrity. Hear the hard and fast truth when it comes to Black Lives Matters. Let me now offer silence to any confusion or any unproductive chatter. Not until we collectively realize our own potential and collectively contribute positively to our society will we collectively gain long-awaited admiration, respect, and honorable notoriety. Each premature death, we quickly want others to own some accountability, never once considering it's our own lack of values that owns a lot of the responsibility. Perhaps we should consider those premature deaths as a wake-up call. We need proactive actions, visions, and decisions from us each and all. It is us, not any white man who relinquished our civil rights and or inclusion hopes. It is each of us each time we've denied ourselves respect, honor, and of course the privilege and the rights to vote. Thank you.